average man, tiny kitchen. Let's see what happens. So I'm living alone right now because of this huge thing that's happening in the UK yet again. People aren't that happy about it, but it is what it is. For those who aren't in the UK, if you don't know, it's called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And, you know, everybody's been talking about it. It's almost as if it's a global, like, disease or virus that needs to be stopped. But I'm just here to speculate. So, in all seriousness, we're in another national lockdown. It started at the beginning of November, and yeah, it's been going alright. Don't let my beard fool you. I'm not turning insane. I'm doing Movember, so yeah. Go fund the Movember things. The Movember website. I'm so stupid. Anyway, considering it's a new lockdown, I thought I could do a new reflection because content. And since my first video was a massive success because that's the video I got my first subscriber. Hi there. I thought I could do another one because they requested it, and I thought it'd be really cool because I feel like this lockdown has been conjuring emotions that are different to the first one. I thought it'd be really interesting to share. This lockdown has been going on for 17 days now, and yeah, I know the first lockdown I was at home with my parents. This lockdown I'm in London all by myself because all my other two roommates went home and I had to stay here because hospital placements, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, but I was like, how can I make this a bit different? And since we are fashion, food and medicine, I decided to wear my most fashionable indoor gear, and I am going to be making some Bao Buns courtesy of Linda McCartney. Now, if you don't know Linda McCartney, who are you? I don't want to talk to you. Linda is this amazing brand. I think she is, no, I don't think I know everything about this brand. She is the late wife of Paul McCartney, and she started this all vegetarian / vegan, like ready-made food company. And I feel like this is one of the only like ready-made meals that aren't isn't like really unhealthy, and it's not just like mac and cheese. It's actually really cool. And why I didn't know that they do vegetable pulled pork bao bun meal kit. That's beautiful. Can you not see that? That's like me and my two other friends, if I had two other friends. Isn't that crazy? It looks so tasty and I can't wait to make it. And I think everything is in just this box, so watch me talk about my feelings and make food at the same time. Before I start, I want to read the quote at the back. It's got to be very cool. Mum believed that the kitchen was the heart of the home, and we are proud to carry on her ethos of honest, delicious vegetarian food that's good for animals, the earth, and you. I feel like that would sound so much better if I didn't have a Brummy accent. It says to open it first, sorry. Metaphor for me opening my feelings. Anyway, so this lockdown has been going alright. Not nearly as bad as the first lockdown. If you saw my first video, I was so all in my head all that lockdown, and I think that helped me prepare for this lockdown. And I thought in this lockdown I was gonna go mentally insane because I was living by myself, and to a certain extent I did, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. Definitely not as bad as I thought, so that was good. Look at how tiny these are. I thought it'd be really big Bao Buns, but it's okay. Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Maybe that was because uni work kept me going since November. But what was really sad was that I had to cancel a lot of my uni plans, as in I do hockey now at uni, so it was kind of annoying that I couldn't play hockey anymore. That was like one of my only times going out that wasn't like socially restrictive, like I could play instead of worrying about masks and stuff. Obviously I can't really see any of my friends. I am in a support bubble with one person who's living by themselves, so that's at least good. But apart from that, I can't really see anybody else, which I thought would be a lot harder than it actually is. And when I say that, I mean when I'm by myself for more than like 2 or 3 days, I feel like I need to have social interaction with someone. But then when I was like the first week, I think I spent about 4 or 5 days all by myself just doing my own thing. And then my secondary school friends asked like to have a video call where all of us meet, and it's about 6-7 of us. And I thought, oh yeah, I definitely need this. And then when I was talking between being all by myself and then going straight to 6 people all together in a conversation where it's online, so people talk over one another and there's chaos and everything like that, I think there was such a big difference that I felt really anxious and like shelled in, because whenever I tried to speak, I felt as if like nobody was reacting with what I was speaking, when in reality everybody was talking at the same time, so none of us were reacting with anybody else. And I think again it's just in my head that people aren't hearing me or anything like that, but I think that's also because me being alone, I was listening to myself all the time, because you know it's hard not to. And then going from 0 people to 6 people, that big change affected me a lot. And that usually happens for me normally. Like I always tell my friends, if I see them twice in a week, I need some time by myself. But then I can only see people like once at a time. Like I'd rather see one person have a really good conversation with that one person rather than be in a party with 20 people. Although I do like that sometimes as well. Okay, so I need to put the pulled pork in a pot, and while I do that I can microwave my back. I'm still trying to get lean, and oh, that's another thing we need to come on to. My exercise this time compared to last time. See, last time in my lockdown video, I was talking about how I was really excited that my physical health was improving, I was getting leaner, I was seeing like definition of my arms, not so much here. But then now it's gone to the point where I started since lockdown and I can't see that much improvement on my body since the first lockdown. And then that really got me into a low mood, because I started seeing in this lockdown, when it started, I saw people like on like British TikTok where people showed their body in the first lockdown and they were like, and then they show their body in this lockdown and they're like, and it's like, how did they get abs in like 3 months? Which I know is like really easy for some people, because I see all these like websites that like get abs in 3 months, get abs in 2 weeks, Chloe Ting 2-week shred, like all of that. But then for me, I'm not able to do it, but they can. So in my mind, it's like, how am I different to that person? Like I should be getting those results as well.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
And it doesn't come from a point of like, oh, I hate them for not doing it. And I don't like really hate myself. I just really want to know what I'm doing wrong. And honestly, I've decided when I become rich, I'm just gonna get a personal trainer, because I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I understand that I don't have weights, so I might try and get weights for next year. But apart from that, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought also maybe my diet. I try and eat very healthy, to be honest. I have friends who literally eat like a pack of custard creams for lunch and they still have more ab definition than me. But yeah, I got really annoyed about myself for that. And I know like you shouldn't be annoyed at yourself, whatever, but like that's how I was feeling, and that's what I just wanted to tell you. Let me get my pans. Ow. Also, on the day before lockdown ended, my favorite vintage shop near me was closing and everything was like super cheap. And you know what I only gone and bought? Look at this. Isn't this like the Mona Lisa of cups and teapots? And it's not just like one teapot, it's like a mug as well. Isn't that crazy? Also bought these shot glasses that have vintage cars on them and they tell the makes. Gonna put oil. It's literally a block of fake meat. It smells really nice, though, not gonna lie. But we'll see what happens with this. I could have made this in a smaller pan. I don't know why I did this. Also, living by yourself is so freeing. I only realized that now. I mean, I lived by myself last year, but I was in halls, so it wasn't really by myself. I couldn't go to the kitchen without fear of these strange other people living with me. And I wasn't really that close with my flatmates because they were all graduates on foreign exchange here. So half of them, I didn't even see them because they were too busy, you know, living the London life, getting the London look. So I didn't have that much of a flat life last year. And this year, living by myself and going to my own kitchen and then going and have a shower whenever I want, or just going here for a midnight snack without worrying about like disturbing other people is so freeing. I can shout, I can scream. I mean, to a certain extent, I'm not gonna like wake the neighbors up or anything, but it's so nice. And my garden is so beautiful. I'll insert a picture somewhere here. In my last video, I talked a lot about how I didn't feel, like in terms of me pursuing my, either my hobbies or my academic career or whatever. I was quite annoyed that I wasn't able to reach the levels that I wanted to reach. And I think that kind of persisted on to this lockdown as well. But it's come more to the point of now my new obsession on Instagram is seeing small-time business owners, and TikTok as well. Like all these small-time business owners who are my age and are like talking about how they started their business when they were 16, 17 and they're doing it on their gap year and they're like living the life. Obviously what we see on TikTok is not necessarily how their business financially is going. If they're a small business, it's probably really hard to start. And that along with, you know, a lot of their people who are starting their small business, they want to do it as their like after career. Meanwhile, I'm doing medicine, but also I want to be doing something more artistic, so I don't know what I'm doing with my life basically. So I was really annoyed, but then I had to keep reminding myself they're doing this as their actual living. Like me doing medicine is them doing their small business, and I shouldn't be worried that I'm not doing anything with my life because they're doing what they want to do. And even though I don't know what I want to do yet, I'm going in a direction that I hope to be the right way, or at least not the opposite direction, if that makes sense. Also, half of this I stuck to the pan because I put it in a big ass pan. So stupid. But yeah, all in all, I don't think I felt as lonely as I did last year, even though I am living alone. But obviously, I don't think I can handle being completely shut off, like for a long period. I think by December 2nd, you'll hear like a completely different story. Maybe I'll do another video an update. But yeah, that's been me so far. I think also what helped me with this lockdown was the fact that I am in London. It's a different space. I've only been here for 1 month, so in Liverpool. So it's been really nice actually. And I'm in like a new environment, seeing new things. Maybe that's why I was kind of annoyed in London. Yeah, and I feel like I've been starting to have new ideas for like projects, like hobbies and projects I want to do, and you'll see some in this video. No, not on this channel, so subscribe. Yeah, but what I need to tell myself is to actually like get on with it. Like a lot of times I have these great plans, but I never go through with it because I just don't have time or anything, and that's also because I never give myself a proper schedule. Now it tells me to add the sriracha mayonnaise, but it's literally a slushy because it's been in the freezer. I don't know what to do with it. I need to have a more rigid schedule. I always tell myself I'm going to do all these things in one day, and then most of the time I just do like maybe 50% of what I needed to do that day. And you know, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. But then the way people like succeed in life, I'm guessing, never succeeded, is to like have a rigid schedule and just keep going even if you see like a setback. Like for me, it's like, oh, my friend cancelled on a plan. I'm just gonna take the whole day off because it's that they ruined it for me. But then you shouldn't let one thing getting cancelled ruin your other plans, if that makes sense. Also, like, don't make excuses for yourself. Like you'll know when you need to stop. Like, listen to your body more, because there are times where, for me anyway, I could carry on but I didn't. I was just lazy, and like that's not a good thing to have, is it? So yeah, I told myself like from now on I'm gonna give myself like an actual timetable and try and do things, but not keep it as like, oh, 7:01 get up, 7:03 like get out of bed, 7, like not like that. Between like 7 and 7:30 you have to be out of bed, and then 7:30 to like 8:15 I should have my coffee or my breakfast or whatever, and then 8:15 to 11 I should work, like that kind of thing, to try and like keep myself on target. And I think it's been working so far. By that I mean I've done it for 2 days, so we'll see. These bao buns are really tiny, so I'm going to make some spinach with it. Oh, also, lockdown has told me my favorite food of all time right now is spinach. Like my favorite vegetable, not food. You can put it in anything. Like, who knew? Who knew you can put it in anything? Like, you can eat it on its own. I'm gonna wilt mine a little. I'm sorry for the noise, by the way. But it's ASMR, so it's okay. This is my finished product. It looks tiny, and it is, but it should be fine because I ate something before. Yeah, and I tasted it a little bit, and it was really good. So yeah, and that's my that's the end of this video. I hope that helped people again. If they're in a similar situation as me, they know they're not alone. So yeah, and we made improvements from last time's video diary, so that was really good. See you next time.